Man, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the What's Good Family podcast. Social media doesn't just expose you to the world, it can help you find and discover who you're going to become in it. Today on the show, we got my big bro. He's my mentor, my friend, somebody I look up to in doing this podcast and stuff. My big brother, Corey Carter.
What's going
Man,
on, man? Appreciate you having me.
hey, man, thanks for coming back onto the show, bro.
But yeah, it's like a different world than it was last time.
Man, it really is because, I guess I'm becoming more comfortable doing this. The camera is not so much of an enemy, it's become my friend. I'm less worried about who's gonna receive it, and I'm also on the mindset that it's gonna be received by the people it needs to be received by. If that makes
Exactly,
sense.
bro. Exactly, and that's exactly why I want to do this episode is because I think you're experiencing it too. Is like when you start posting, especially things like what you post that you're very vulnerable with your audience. You're very vulnerable with what you say. But when I'm sure you've had these experiences where like you post something, then you look back and you watch it, and you're like, damn, I worded it like that. Like that
Yeah.
sounded good, and,
Yeah.
and that builds your confidence up and it really like makes you, I don't know, appreciate yourself a little more and stand in your power a little more.
Yeah, it definitely does. I'm just even like I was talking to my wife about it last night. Like I'm finding my voice. I'm validating myself. I felt coming into the podcasting game, I was waiting for somebody to validate me and tell me I'm good and tell me this is what you're meant to be doing and tell me, hey, we want to invest in you. We want to sponsor you. We want to, almost like you see in movies, like that kid on the street and then that big name person or the family picks them up and they're all like, we'll use Blindside. You
Yep,
know,
yep, yeah.
we'll use that for reference. You see this big dude, and the family takes him in because they see his potential and everything else. And that's kind of what I kind of was waiting for or thinking of. But then as I've continued to do this and I've continued to progress, I mean, even watching you on Rapid Rants and you, Blaze, Quashana, watching y'all do y'all's thing and then other podcasters. And then TikTok has been, I'll say this, I'm a firm believer, pay roses. I got it. I'm thankful to you. I'm thankful to my wife for both encouraging me to do TikTok because TikTok showed me, a lot of people say post the content, just post the content. Everything's content, just post it. So, in seeing that, I've gotten to this comfortability level where I'm like, you know what? Let's just go for it. Go for broke. Let's do it.
It can't hurt. It can't hurt. And TikTok is like, it's the only platform that the algorithm will let one just blow up. And it can start something like Facebook and Instagram. The algorithms on there are so picky. Like until you have a big following, they're really not going to push one out. And it gets so discouraging. So like, being able to just go on TikTok and just be yourself and post what you want and what your thoughts are is, it's awesome. It's so much better than the others.
Facts. Well, again, man, bro, big ups to you with your 10K followers, 10K plus. What do you go by now, millennial?
It's still hey, I'm Corey C, but yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like it's actually I'm almost at 17K now.
Woo!
Yeah, it's wild. Like I posted that one carry the one video. I posted that on September 10th. And fun fact, not fun fact really, but really like I've posted about politics and things like that on TikTok before, and I've gotten a few posts that got some attention, got a whole bunch of comments, but like honestly, I just don't like dealing with that all day. I don't like my phone constantly blowing up and having some asshole like, oh, you don't know this and you don't understand the blah, blah, blah. And then like, even the people that agree and then they go too far. And it's like, I hate the world of politics. I hate the way that our country is with politics right now. It's so divisive. You can't, and also I'm a firm believer I'm not smart enough or I'm not influential enough to where anything that I say on a post is going to make a damn difference in the world. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to affect the politics of this country. I'm not going to fix any problems that we have by posting on TikTok. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's funny because I posted that day and it was September 10th, the day Charlie Kirk got shot.
Mm-hmm.
I was deciding between like I had talked to my lady and I, like we made that joke the night before carry the one, like we were talking about that and they don't know how to carry the one, and I was like that should be millennial slang. So I was like, I
Yeah.
gotta post that on TikTok. I wait, wake up, I'm figuring out what I'm gonna post, and then the Charlie Kirk thing happened, and I started to post about the Charlie Kirk, and I was like, do I want to deal with that? Do I want to deal with the Charlie Kirk comments all day long? Yes, it's relevant. Yes, it would probably get attention. Thank you, but it really no. I was like, no, I don't want to get involved in this. So I was like, you know what? Let me just post a funny thing. I did the carry the one. Didn't think a damn thing about it, bro. It was just a TikTok post. It was just
Yeah.
like that's literally how I've been posting on my TikTok. Is like my lady and I will be having a conversation. We'll laugh about something, and I'll just pull out my notes app and be like, "Well, that's my post tomorrow,"
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
I did that, and bro, like it went up, went crazy immediately, and just went on and on and on. And then I posted that second video with like 3 more terms that day, and I
Mm.
was like, dude, I'll make this my whole platform, and I did. It's like by the time I just checked my TikTok notifications, by the time we get off of this, if we're here for 30 minutes to an hour, I'll be 99 plus. Like it's nuts right now. It's absolutely nuts. And like the monetization, I finally got monetized, bro.
Good
It
job.
it's not making much. Honestly, it's weird. I made $50 in the first 2 weeks. That was just the end of September or whatever.
Mm.
That just got deposited to my PayPal, but I checked the other day and I've only made like $30 this month. So I'm not sure how it all works out. I'm not sure, like I don't know the details, but it is very exciting, man. And I never expected it. And like the coolest thing, honestly, is well, the fact that it's millennial, right? That like,
Mm.
so the following that I've gotten, they're my people, bro. Like they are.
Yeah.
I love these people. I love the messages I'm getting. I love the comments I'm getting. Like, I've like connected with a lot of these people that are following me now, and I'm lucky because. And here's where it gets to what this episode is about, where it's like finding
Mm.
yourself on social media, right? So
Yeah.
the crazy part is, I was not, because of the toxic relationship that I was in for 15 years, I was
Mm.
not allowed to have my own social media account, much less post anything on social media. I got out of that relationship in 2020. I had never been on Instagram or TikTok in my entire life until 2020. Had no idea what I was doing. And then like I started that interview podcast or whatever. And that was pretty much all that my entire content was, just clips from my interview thing. It wasn't anything else. And I was so awkward online. I was, like I had no idea how to like caption things. I had no idea what's the
Mm.
description, the hashtags, and I mean, dude, it was like, it was like someone who had never used the damn internet trying to make a podcast. Like I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
So, as I've been posting on TikTok, and like, it's part of finding what works, but also like one of my dreams is to become a stand-up comedian. So I need to find what people think is funny, and like how like find that person, that character for me for like a stand-up thing. So that's what I've been using TikTok for, is just like, let me just make people laugh. And watching my progression, as if I go through old posts and everything, I'm very proud of that. And I feel like I wouldn't be ready to be dealing with 17,000 followers if I had gotten them any time before this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I would have been overwhelmed. I would not know how to handle that.
It came at the right time.
I did. So the whole thing about not being able to be on social media in 2010 is like, I never had Vine. I had never downloaded Vine my whole life. I had never been on it, never watched one Vine video.
Mm.
I missed, I call it, the way I describe it is I was off planet in the 2010s. I don't know about the music they were making in 2010s. I don't know about social media, internet trends in the 2010s. So I got lucky this millennial thing popped off because, bro, it's all I got. It's all I know. I don't I don't know anything else about life except the way things were when we were kids, bro. I'm so lucky that this is what popped off.
Hey man, I'm glad it worked out for you. I mean, like you got me thinking like 2010. Like I remember when the Vine came out. Do it for the Vine. They ain't gonna do it. Do it for the. I remember when all that came out. Like I think where I got lost in social media, I didn't really realize the transition. See, my very first social media was Black Planet. That I had a Black Planet. I had a BP page,
I'm
and
not gonna
then
lie, I've never heard of that in my life, bro. Never.
And then I had a MySpace page. Now MySpace was the,
Okay. Wait,
MySpace
hold on.
was,
Are you saying that Black Planet was like MySpace days?
yeah.
Man, I was not invited to that barbecue. No.
Yeah, Black Planet was before MySpace, and then you had MySpace, and then from MySpace I moved over to Facebook. So I had a Facebook account in high school, but I didn't really think anything. I just focused on my
Right.
MySpace page.
It
You
wasn't
know,
social media back then. It was just keeping up with friends. It was
yeah,
literally just like a way to talk to friends. You were not posting. You were not trying to get a following. You flexed how many friends you had, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, you kept up with people, and then I didn't really see the benefit of social media or Facebook or anything like that. I mean, other than keeping up with people. And then I got to the point where a lot of my Facebook friends, they're they're friends with both myself and my wife. So I said, in essence, I made my wife's friends my friends, but I mean, they're my
now they're
friends.
your followers though.
They're my friends, but other than that, we really don't know much about each other. So before I started the podcast, I was completely off. I was done with Facebook. I was done with social media. I called it a day on it. I took Facebook off my phone and everything else like that. And then I had the idea to do the podcast, and this is whenever I was really teeter totting on the idea because I had been talking about it for so long. And my wife was just all like, "Are you gonna do it?" I'm like, "Well, what if? What if they don't like it? What if they don't listen? What if I'm gonna use Field of Dreams. For those of y'all that don't know, Field of Dreams is one of the Kevin Costner's greatest movies.
Hmm.
What if I build it and they don't come?
Right.
So, and my wife was all like, she hit me with the coldest one liner ever. She said, "Well, if you don't do it, you'll never know."
Can't argue, bro. Can't
I
argue.
was all like, all right. So that's whenever I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Let's go for it. And I started with audio. For anybody watching, if y'all want to go check, my very first video is audio because I didn't want my face to deter from anybody watching the video because I understand, bro. Bro,
Hold on. What's wrong with your face, bro?
there's nothing wrong with my. See, that's the thing. That's why this topic is so it hits home with me because I was very subconscious about myself. I didn't feel like I was camera worthy, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So I stuck to audio, because I didn't want nobody to be like, "Oh, that's ugly. You're ugly. I'm not gonna watch it," type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I did my first video episode with my daughter, and that kind of brought me out of my shell a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
You know, Still even afterwards, I was still kind of like hesitant to be on camera. I needed somebody else on camera with me. And it's crazy because me and my wife were just talking about it last night. She was like, "Well, like I've noticed you're more comfortable by yourself. You don't have to, she's like, I feel like you've gotten past that point where you need somebody else with you to be comfortable. I see that you're comfortable on." And I told her, I have become more comfortable because I'm constantly doing it. I'm constantly going. It's not as bad as I thought it was. And a lot of times we will subconsciously fuck ourselves. We'll think the most outlandish things. Oh, well, they're not gonna do this because this, and this, and it's really just it's not as bad as it looks. Now what I do feel and what I kind of see for myself, I feel like my podcast is waiting for that somebody to validate it and be like, "Hey, go. This is a legit source of information. It's a vibe. I feel like my podcast is waiting for that person to validate it. But I'm at the point where even though I'm waiting for the person to validate it, I'm still gonna keep pushing my content. I'm
Well,
still gonna
you got to
keep
give them a reason to. You
yeah.
got to if you want that person to see it, you got to keep doing it and you got to keep pushing it. They're not going to just come across an old post and be like, "Oh yeah." No, they got to see the hustle. They got to see you're keeping up with it. They got to see that you want it.
Facts. And that's where I'm at right now, bro. Like when I say for me finding myself through social media, it's personal for me because it's helping me through so many little quirks that I have. It's helping me with my depression. It's helping me with my anxiety. Doing this podcast is helping me be okay with being me. And I feel like there's a lot of people on social media who some are doing it for the right reasons, but a lot of people, some people are doing it for validation to be so for somebody to tell them it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to. I'm talking about myself. It's okay to be an anime watching dad.
Well, it's relatable, bro. You're not the only one, and that's I really believe, especially in the last year or so. I think it's gone more to this trend where people are looking for authenticity. They don't care what you look like. They don't care if you're delivering this well. They don't care if it's being professionally shot all the time. Like they want to know you. They want to be able to relate to you, and they want to be able to support you. It's that I think there's been a big shift in social media recently where we're kind of done with that produced content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely gotten to the authenticity part of it, and I go back to one of the things you said. Whenever I said, none of my Facebook friends are really, it doesn't seem like they're supporting it. And you're not doing it for them. And like that stuff to me, it plays in my head because that's encouragement. I came up with a quote, and the quote I came up with, it was in the darkness and silence that I saw things clearly.
Oof.
And for me, that resonates with me doing this podcast because right now I don't have a lot of voices. I don't have a lot of traction. I don't have a lot of people. So if you had to equate it, my podcast and my YouTube channels, I don't want to say dead, but it's silent. The lights ain't came on it yet.
Bro.
So
Preaching the choir.
I look at it as, wow, it's telling right now. But once it picks up and once it gets to a level where people are talking about it, I'm gonna remember who were the voices, who were the people that were supporting me from day one, from the
Those are the
jump.
most
Who were
important people on this journey, bro. They are the most important.
yeah.
But
And
there's I don't know, 4, 5 or 6 people that come to Rapid Rants almost every week, and we see those names pop up in the comments like every week or whatever. I will never forget those people. They will they will be forever ingrained in my memory.
yeah, I mean, and it got to be like that because like one of the things you just said, and that's the community I'm trying to build. Like when you touched on, you found your community, and not just that you found your community, you found a community that's engaging with you. A lot of times TikTok has been pushing. A lot of people on TikTok are pushing get to 10K, get to 10K, get to 10K. But getting to 10K is not it. You also got to have the engagement. You got to have the people wanting to engage with your content. Now, big shout out to Miss Mindful because I listened to her. She's a TikTok coach. She said it's impossible to engage with 10,000 plus followers. It's impossible to engage with 100 plus followers. She said, but there's going to be your core followers who are going to constantly engage with them. And she said, those are the ones you want to keep. Those are the ones you want to try to engage back with. For me, I pay attention to everybody who's engaging with my stuff, because it's like, yo, somebody goes and likes a comment or likes a video I put, I'm over there like,
Who's that? What's your name? Hi.
somebody views my profile. I'm like, somebody views my
You want to
profile.
be
I don't know who you
friends?
Yo, bro. Like, and then the whole TikTok live thing, man. Like, I tell people, TikTok live it feels like I'm sitting in this big room in a corner with a sign that says, hey, come talk to me. Come talk to me.
It's so awkward, man. It is so damn awkward. Like you got to find something to do while you're on live. That's the only thing I figured out. Like I've been going live, designing merch for the shop or whatever, and that like allows people to just be able to comment on it and like there's a topic for that live. You know what I mean? I've gone live just sitting on my front porch, just like, hey man, yeah, I'm just, like it's so frustrating, bro.
Oh, yeah, man. Man, I'm going to hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. I'm going to read you a clip from one of Tyler Perry's. Well, it's not even a clip. I'm not even going to read it. But basically, I was reading this article about Tyler Perry. And he's the guy I grew up with. I love his work. But he talks about in this article how when he started his journey back in I think it was 91, he became homeless because he took his last little bit of money. I think it was $12,000. He managed to save up, and He put it into his show. He thought 1,200 people were going to show up, and only like 30 people showed up. And ultimately it led to him being homeless. He was working to make his own dream, starting from the ground up. It wasn't until I think it was 98, his 7th year of trying, where he was about to give up and he just went for it and it took off. Medea took off and his shows took off and everything else like that. To where now he has the largest studio production in America, in Georgia.
Yeah, yeah, or it's at least in Georgia. I know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
he bought a whole damn town, bro. Like,
yeah.
it's crazy what he did.
And so, like, I was reading that story, and man, I felt like this week has just been nothing but encouragement, because I've been chopping it up with Chat GPT. Yo, big ups to the creators of Chat GPT. I love it. Chat GPT is awesome. But I've been talking to Chat GPT. I've been talking to my wife, because, like, I've been feeling, I'm coming up on my year mark. November 24th will make a year. I've been doing
Since you've been doing the podcast?
Yes, bro.
Wow. Congrats, man.
I appreciate it. And, my wife asked me last night, she's all like, so how are you feeling? I'm like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Like, I'm still energetic. She's like, do you feel tired? Yeah. I'm like, nah, man. Like, every day I wake up and I go to work, I'm like, okay, let me get my job done so I can let me go try to post something or put up a video or do something to promote my podcast. She's like, that's good. She's like, you're excited to do it. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely excited to do it, because I want to see where it's going to go. I want to see how far I can go, because I don't have nobody setting the stage for me. I didn't have nobody lay the groundwork. So I'm building this brick by brick. What's Good Family podcast, What's Good Family LLC is being built by me right now in the present as I go through and do everything I'm doing. All the connections from you to Blaze to my boy Dominic to AJ to I even had a guy, Matt Melvin. I mean, every connection I made, I cherish, because Paulina Morning, can't forget her too. Every connection I've made, I cherish it, because like y'all don't understand. Y'all are engraved in this foundation, because without y'all, I don't think I would still be as energetic doing this, because I would still feel like nobody's listening, nobody cares, nobody wants to be there.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And like, the more people you pick up, like, those are supporters, the people that are on your show, and if they didn't believe in what you're doing, if they thought it was dumb, they wouldn't be a part of it. And honestly, as you were just talking, it kind of dawned on me, like, the beautiful part about the podcast that you do, like your podcast, is, if nothing else, God forbid something ever happens to you, you've pretty much laid out like the best life advice that you have for anyone, for your kids your kids will always have access to all of these things that you've been talking about on this show. You keep it deep and retrospective, and that's a beautiful aspect of, like, why would you ever stop that?
Yeah, I mean, bro, that's the only way. That's the only way to be. I mean, like, it goes back to some of the things. I was chopping it up with Chat, and in talking to Chat, I was like, I came up with my own mission statement, or my own mission for the podcast. And one part of my mission is, I want to be successful for my family, for my wife, for my children, because I want them to be able to look and see, hey, if you put God first and you put your heart into it, and with some luck, things are going to turn, things will work in your favor. Chat GPT said, it's not, a lot of people look at luck as a chance, like either a chance meeting or a chance thing. But Chat GPT said, consistency and preparation meets timing. So with what we call luck is just somebody who was consistent, who was prepared, and the timing aligned for their preparedness. And that motivated me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on throwing these things and see, I'm to keep throwing at the wall and see what sticks. Granted, I called you when I got my first negative comment. I haven't really had too many people commenting, but I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take this no news is good news and keep thinking.
Yeah. I mean, look, bring the hate. Everyone's gonna hate. That's a comment, bro, and that's gonna push it on the algorithm. Not much more. Whatever. Like, no press is bad press.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm
no,
all
for,
like,
like what you just said is it's true, and it goes back to what we were talking about before, like the consistency and it meets time and everything. Like the like that as long as you keep going, like that person will find you. They can't find you if you don't keep going. And really, like, yeah, a sign off, like someone, a big influencer saying like, hey, you should go check this person out. That would help. But like really what I believe that we both need, and my dream of like when I really thought that when we got that 10 million views on Rapid Rant's short form, I thought this person was going to find us and I was just waiting for a DM, but they didn't. But
yeah,
I need like a podcast producer, like someone to come into StreamYard with us, work on the back end, make it flash a little more, give me some more graphics, give me some music, give me some sound effects, really tell me how to, like, I'm confident, very confident in my editing ability. I've been editing for 20 years. I know how to edit. I'm good at that. But a good post does not mean it's going to be a successful post. I need that guy who understands the ins and out, who understands like when to pay to promote a video, when not to, when, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that's what we need, bro. Like it's like we can do this quality content all day long, but until we get someone who knows how to get YouTube to notice that, bro, we're Rapid Rants. We're at 63, episode 63 was last week.
Mm.
We have like 57 subscribers on YouTube. This shit is difficult. Like,
Bro, YouTube is a
it's a
beast.
bitch, bro.
I mean, I'm almost at 500 followers on TikTok, and I'm like, yo, how do I get y'all to go? The link is on the page. It's on the page. Just click
Right.
the link and click
Nope.
subscribe.
Not a single one of them are going to, bro. I don't know how to do it. I have no advice on how to get people from one platform to another. I have not figured that out.
Yo, my wife was all like, she was like, well, it doesn't matter. They're following you, so count it all good. I'm like, no, but if I can monetize both of them at the same time, that'll be pretty
Dude,
damn dope.
a monetized YouTube, bro. I saw this one guy, big YouTuber, just made a big post being like, I'm turning GIFs off of my videos. This is ridiculous. You guys who are struggling to pay for your meals don't need it. And people, like, he got a lot of backlash for it. So he posted his analytics for his lifetime on YouTube. In the last just 10 years, he's made something like $50 million off of you. So,
50
and
million?
so he's like, you know what? I'm making a lot of money. This isn't even my brand deals. This isn't even all the other things that I have. Stop giving me money. I don't need my subscribers to give me money. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but dude, YouTube monetization is that's a career. Like that's a living.
Bro, it really is. I mean, and the other thing, bro, that I've learned again, just in finding and navigating this social media, I want to see what these brand deals are like. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see what these brand deals are like. How do I tack into it? Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I post this, I'm gonna tag GMC. GMC, I love your trucks. I will drop posts. I will do recordings with the truck in the background. What's up? Let's do some business together.
Do every episode from the cab of the truck.
I promise you, I will wear GMC merch. I will even take a picture of some GMC draws, bro. Let's
GMC
talk.
face tattoo.
I love that GMC Sierra, damn it.
For real though, for real. There's one girl I could connect you to. Like she claims to be able to like get sponsors for podcasts and things like that. And she has a few people that says it works. She charges quite a bit for it. But I'll connect you with her. She does little free classes sometimes. You might be able to pick something up for
Definitely. Bro, like I said, I'm looking at every avenue, every facet of this. To me, it's just so interesting. But if it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't be here. It's like building my brand, my own name, from scratch. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And it's fun. That's the thing. It's not. This right here. What we're doing is not a job. This is fun.
No.
This is
Right.
this is passion.
Exactly.
I love this. My job is a job. I enjoy the people I work with. Yo, I know some of y'all are watching this. I enjoy y'all. Y'all are awesome.
It's not you, it's the job, okay? You'll take it personal. No, but for real. And then also imagine not doing this, right? What are you doing right now? Like what, having that extra thing that you're trying to hustle for and that makes you passion, makes you feel that passion and that energy and excitement. That's worth everything. That's, that's the perfect kind of hobby,
Like I was telling the wife last night, I was like, babe, like once I'm focusing on the podcast right now, but I'm gonna eventually link my SoundCloud to all of this, and I'm gonna grab some of my old beats that I used to do. Like I told her, babe, like I have not felt this energetic since I was doing music, and back in that day, it's crazy. It's crazy that you said what you said earlier. How back then you wouldn't know how to handle what you have now, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Where like back when I was doing music and I was dropping beats a day and I was on my Triton keyboard and I was going ham, I didn't have the outlet to funnel my music through. I knew to make beats, but I never knew how do I get my beats from my keyboard to the computer and then get them out there for people to listen to. Now I got the podcast, so now I can get them from my keyboard to the computer and funnel it through my podcast, attach it to a video that I'm doing or a short that I'm making, or just put the beat out there by itself.
Put them on Spotify, add them as a sound on your TikToks, and if one blows up, bro, that every view on that video is a stream to your song on Spotify.
Yeah. Like, it's coming full. It's a lot of this stuff is coming full circle for me. So it's like, man, it's crazy how connected. Like, I think so many people focus on the dark side of social media, on how people get brainwashed or people try to off themselves because somebody made fun of them. Yeah, there's a dark side of it, but there's also this good side, this business side, this, for people who are trying to grow, people who are trying to do things, are trying to move, strive for something different. There's so many platforms out there that are helping you or can help you get to this whatever difference you're trying to make.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Like, and especially like people a little older like us, I think we have the mental fortitude to be able to handle a little negativity and things like that. But, and also, social media is like your For You page is kind of a reflection of you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You are the one watching this. You're the one teaching this algorithm what you want. And so if you don't watch these toxic, crazy videos, then you kind of find the adult side of TikTok. And it's like mature people posting about mature things. I don't ever get, little TikTok Gen Alpha dancers on my, I've never seen that on my For You page. I don't get any of that. You know what I mean? Like I get adult, not like adult video, but you know what I mean? Mature videos. Like, he said, not some like porno TikTok.
It's all like,
there's a whole other side of TikTok. Trust me.
I'm not watching this. But yeah, man, nah, and you know what? I'm the type, bro. Now that I'm actually into content creating, I'm not gonna lie, yo. I have never been on OnlyFans, but I do respect the people on OnlyFans. Hey, bro, you're putting the content out. People are paying for it.
Get paid.
Hey, bro, you do what you gotta do. I mean, again, and I understand there's gonna be possibly some people on here. Well, you said you're a Christian. How are you gonna support OnlyFans? Look, my job as a Christian is to talk about Jesus and promote Jesus, which I do. What somebody else does in their bedroom is their business. How they make their money is their business. The Bible, man, matter of fact, the lady just said it at church today. The love of money is the root of all evil. Not trying to make money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, content creating, there's something for everybody.
100%.
Whatever it is, whatever your fancy is. I'm totally like, I'm just so excited for this journey because this has been so much. Like, bro, what keeps popping in my head is the kid at a candy store. I just get so excited doing this. I get so excited putting it out there because it's like, yo, is this it? Is this gonna be the one? Like, is somebody gonna comment? Or are they gonna like it? Well, what's gonna happen? Every day, every video is a surprise. And than, you know, actually putting in work and promoting it on the platforms that I'm promoting it on and doing the things that I'm doing. It's like, yo, like at the end of the day, this is all me. This is something you get in, you're gonna get out of it what you put into it.
Yep. Yep. And it feels good when you get something out, bro. It does.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Like, bro, I was excited for you when I saw you hit 10K. I was like, that's my. I felt like I hit 10K. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I felt like I hit 10K. Yeah, that's my boy created a trend. Like, my boy made a trend. Like, look at this. My guy made a trend.
appreciate that, bro. It like I'll never forget that feeling when I watched it. You know, I'm watching it go up. I posted that at 1,500 followers, and I'm watching it go up. You know, 5,000, 6,000, 7, and I'm telling my lady every 1,000 I get, I'm like 7K, 8K. But I stopped at 8K. I was like, I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna say shit. And I just watched it. It took, I don't know, a little over 24 hours after 8K, and I'm just refreshing my page all day long, just watching the number go up. And then I finally saw it 99.99, and I was waiting to hit 10K. I was like, there it is. Like,
Yes. Like, bro, I'm telling you, I told my wife, like, yo, Corey hit ticket. She's like, yo, Corey, the one who's been on your. I was like, yes, he hit 10K. I'm like,
I never thought it would happen, bro. I never thought it would happen. But yeah, it's exciting, man. I'm real excited about it. People buying the merch. I've made, I don't know, 5-6 sales on the merch shop and everything. It's and like, I don't know. I was telling my lady, and like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago now, I posted. It's been about a month now, I think. Well, yeah, more than a month because it started on September 10th. But like, it just kind of hit me where it was like, damn, like, you know, I could have never planned this. I could have never. But I am so happy that this is what I'm expected to do every day, where I just need to find a way to make my audience laugh, and it's authentically me. Like, it's super exciting. It is.
No, I'm happy for you, bro.
I appreciate that.
So like, okay, and keeping with authentically you, do you feel the need to try to one up millennial slang, or are you gonna just max it out till it's max capacity and then think of something new? Like, is there's something else coming out the think tank?
100%, bro. I'm already, honestly, I'm losing my like enthusiasm for the slang thing, because I'm at part 30, dude, and that means I've done 2 on multiple parts, so I've already come up with like 50 terms, right? At some point they're gonna stop being funny. I'm gonna be reaching too far to you know what I mean. So my next thing is I'm gonna do like millennial flashbacks, like do like a highlight reel of the Power Rangers, and just just literally like a millennial nostalgia dose for the day kind of thing. Like, so yeah, I'm just gonna stick with millennial content, or like speak as a millennial. I think this, or just represent millennials. I can do that.
Hey, bro, power to you, bro. You know, this is how you can really test them if they're a millennial. Were you a Power Ranger fan or a Big Bag Beetleborg fan? Ooh.
If they don't say Power Rangers, they're not my friend.
Ooh.
There was another one that was similar to Power Rangers. Somebody reminded me the other day, but I forget what it was.
They had, well, I'm trying to think. I know Big Bag Beetleborg was supposed to be like the Power Rangers contender. What was it? Big Bag Beetleborgs?
Yeah, VR Troopers, bro. VR Troopers. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stick with millennial kind of related content or whatever. But yeah, it's I'm gonna keep this going for as long as I can.
Bro, I encourage you to do it, bro, because you found your community, and when finding your community, you find your sense of belonging. Not saying you don't belong with your lady, but it's a place where you can be yourself and there's no judgment, and you're not being forced to come up with, man, I stood on my hands. I stood upside down on my hands this time. Now I gotta stand upside down on my hands and grab my feet. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Right. No, absolutely. I'm not trying to do too much. Like,
yeah. Nah, and bro, that's a beautiful thing to have. You know, I'm looking forward. Like, I've made a couple of friends through TikTok where like I'll just go sit in their lives, or we'll chop it up about random things and everything else.
You get craziest lives, bro. You get weird lives. I'll hop on one of your lives and there's like 18 people there. Like, what is happening right now?
Bro, I think the last one that you jumped into, I had no idea what was going on. I was literally like, what the
Yeah.
like somebody I don't even remember exactly what was going on, but they were like they were airing out grievances, and I was all like, hey, you know what? This is a place for healing. We're gonna heal. Work it out, bro. I'm here. I'm here.
Just
We
trauma
will
dump. Just go
navigate
ahead.
this,
Just go ahead.
bro. And like my wife, when I went home last week, my wife was, I introduced my wife to some of the guys that I talked to and everything else like that. And a situation happened, and my wife was like, are you gonna say anything? I'm like, nope. I'm gonna let them. I don't want to add on to it.
That's their problem.
I don't want to say nothing negative. I mean, the fact that they're okay with me being here, it's a community, and I love the fact that they're able to be authentically themselves. And I'm like, I wouldn't have it any other way. They matter of fact, this morning when I did get to talk to them a little bit, they're all like, hey, what you got planned for the day? I'm like, I'm going to church. And then I gotta record a podcast episode. They're all like, well, let us know how it is, and when you post it, and we'll go support. And I'm like, bro,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I can't ask for anything more.
No, that's beautiful.
That's really what it is. I mean, I will say this to anybody that watches this. Yes, social media has its downside, but it can connect you with some really, really, really good people. People who, the world is not bad. Contrary to popular belief, there's a lot of good people in this world, and there's a lot of people who feel alone. And my podcast, and I believe I can speak for Corey, Rapid Rants, we're here to connect people, and to let y'all know, hey, bro, we all go through it. Life is not easy, but with friends and connecting with the right people, it's bearable.
Yeah, exactly, man. And it's like it is getting harder and harder to find your people, especially for me personally, bro. I'm in Alabama. These are not my people that live in this state. You know what I mean? Like, so it's real nice to be able to reach out nationally and internationally to find more like-minded individuals. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. Man, I'm telling you, bro, when I get a chance, when I really get a chance, I'm definitely gonna come visit you, or I'll bring you down to Texas and we'll go get a Whataburger.
Oh,
You have not lived.
No,
they
just built a Whataburger like a half a mile away from me.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
I actually don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like, yeah, bro. And it's like $12 for a burger. Like, what are you doing? It's your fast
What
food.
kind of burger you get?
Just a regular burger.
Okay.
It's like $12 for the meal.
Well, it depends
we don't
on
need
the
to talk
burger.
about Whataburger. We don't need to talk about Whataburger. What is this episode? What is happening?
Yo, but nah, bro. Me personally, and I look forward to connecting with you in real life, bro. Because it's
Hell yeah, bro. Man, there'll be some streaming convention we go to one day, bro. That's
definitely, man.
We'll have our own booth set up.
Because I can definitely say, bro, with you being my very first guest, like you kind of set the tone. The energy you saw then is still the same energy. I think it's more now because I'm like,
absolutely more, bro, and it's so much more natural. Like you've gotten 100 times better since the first time I was on. Not that you were bad, you're just so natural now. Like,
and I appreciate it, bro, because like my wife still laughs. She's like, "Yo, I can't believe." She's like, "I still can't believe you went out and bought $100 camcorder." I'm like, "Yo, if you would have saw I told her if you would have saw how fuzzy that 720
was bad.
that 720p looked, it looked horrible. I needed this, like,
I couldn't see you.
And then I fixed my lighting issue. I bought me a little ring light and everything else like that. You know what I'm saying? So my wife's like, she's like, you're spending money and you have to start. I said, this is an investment.
You gotta spend money. Ain't no podcast has ever gotten big off of a cheap camera and no lights, dude.
Bro, but like my wife's still like she is the rock of my podcast of what I'm building. My wife, I would consider her one of the most pivotal foundation stones that I have, because without her and running a lot of things, I talk her ear off about this podcast. I run a lot of things to her. So like, just a quick rundown about my wife. She's going to school. She's graduating in December to get her bachelor's.
And what?
She's gonna double. psychology.
Wow. Hell yeah.
She's gonna double back, get her master's. So that's gonna be another 2 year stretch. She's taking care of my kids. You know, we got a 3-year-old, a 10-year-old. We have a 16-year-old and two 17-year-olds. My daughter's graduating this year. My oldest daughter's graduating this year. We went on college campus tours. So like she mind you, and how she's not broken and snapped or gone off on me, I have no earthly idea. But like, bro, she's like so fucking phenomenal because she's like, hey, okay, we're gonna go here. I'm a I'm gonna get off the phone with you. I'm about to go do my homework, and like, or she'll be like, well, hey, I'm doing my homework, so if I don't say nothing, that's why. Like, bro, she
Good. Great.
is all over the place, and she doesn't miss a beat. And like, bro, I can honestly say I wouldn't be here without her. So like, baby, I love you. Thank you. Thank you, bro. I'm looking forward to it, bro. Like I'm looking forward to her graduating because she is so excited to go out. She's like, I'm gonna start my own business, and I'm all like, I'm gonna be your biggest investor. I'm gonna be your biggest supporter. I said, I may be your first client, but
That's
yeah,
amazing, bro.
bro.
That's amazing, bro.
Man, I'm so grateful, man. Like I said, man, people like y'all, I'm so grateful. So I thank y'all.
We thank you, bro. We appreciate being along for the journey.
But yeah, bro, I'm going and give you the last word.
Man, I already used my good signing off thing last time I was on your show, so I'm just gonna keep with the theme of today, and I just say keep posting. Just keep posting. Don't be afraid to post it. It's okay.
Y'all heard it. Well, as I've been saying, if you are new to this, go on and hit that like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're true to this, leave us a comment. Let us know how we did. Catch y'all the next time. Peace.